Hello! Back again for YouTube Live number 2. Of course, it wouldn't be a live stream if I didn't have... Hello! Back again for YouTube Live number 2. Of course... Yikes. Cringe. I accidentally forgot to mute my YouTube screen, which I have open to make sure it's working. Hey! Hello! Glad to see y'all are here with me. Welcome. Since you're here, drop something in the comments so I know you're here, so I know I'm not talking to myself. But yeah, I got my backdrop updated, which is cute and on brand, but I could not figure out how to connect the camera that I wanted to use. So y'all are left with the blurry version. So sorry. Okay. Hi, welcome. Glad to have you with me today. You got a little thumbs up. Love that for me. So this is episode 2 in the series Snackable Offers to six figures. Speak. Last time I talked about why I feel the signature course era, that Amy P, Marie F, create a freebie, build your audience, and then build this course and then sell it, do a beta round, blah, blah, blah. Like that advice, that model did work in 2020 and 2021. Things started to shift a little. People started to see a difference in 2022 and 2023. And if you weren't evolving, you were probably seeing sales slipping. Now we're in 2026, and that model is, Amy P's not even doing it anymore. Hello. But also just, it's no longer working the way that the coaches that are teaching it really hope. Is it completely not working? No, I wouldn't say that, but it also doesn't fit everybody's creator style, because the thing with that is you create it and then you have to market it ad nauseum, and if that's not for you, yeah. Okay, so if you haven't caught episode 1, it's pretty quick. You'll find the link. I'll update the description of this YouTube video so you can catch the link, so you can catch that episode. Watch me on 2X, all good. Make sure their subtitles are rocking. But let's dive into today. So today is, put plainly, your digital product doesn't have to be a course. Every single person I've talked to who hears what I do for a living is like, oh, I should create a course. Sometimes I'm on podcast interviews and they're like ads managers or OBMs or web designers. And they're like, yeah, I should create a course. And my question is always, why? And they're like, well, I need a funnel. And so, yeah, I should create a course. And I'm like, but why? Like, do you need to create a course? And I have had friends who behind closed doors have built those massive courses without actually finding out first or confirming first that that's what their audience needed. They built the Instagram 101, or they built the how to be a web designer 101 type course, but the people in their audience didn't want it or they didn't implement it. So let's talk a little bit about first why I feel, just based on my finger on the pulse, and, communication constantly with my audience. I am friends with a lot of my clients and customers. So we DM, we chat. I'm in a couple peer-led masterminds. And in fact, I'm usually in 2 per year or at a time. So I'm always talking to people about what kinds of offers are they buying? What's the last thing they bought? What are they interested in? What is their audience buying? So let's talk a little bit about why, if the signature course era peaked, then what are people buying? Like, how do you still have a digital product business? Because I still have a digital product business. So let's talk about, I'm going to actually lay out 6 different types of digital products that are still selling, and why they're working, why I think they're working, and why they're not going to go away, why I'm just so confident that digital products or low ticket offers are not going to go away. But let's talk about why I think course sales specifically are selling. And we're talking about self-study courses, because I think you can pretty safely say group programs are still selling, memberships are still selling. So we're not talking about those expansive ones that get lots of hands-on support. I'm talking about courses specifically, because this is where people's minds often go to first. I'm going to create a course because I can't handle so many web design customers. So I'll create a course, and some people won't hire me as a web designer, but they'll hire me to help them design their own website. And, I'll just teach them WordPress, right? I actually had somebody want to book a call with me, and they're like, well, I need a WordPress website. So I figured you could just teach me how to do it. And I'm like, respectfully, my love, we can't do that in an hour. I can't teach you how to use WordPress in an hour. That's just not going to happen. So some of that isn't actually the best format or fit for it. So just in general, I think sales of standalone self-study courses are down because people are, if they've been in this industry or if they've been in this area, they've been working at their business for a while, they have unfinished courses that they paid for because it's a lot of information, like how to SEO your website. It's a lot of information, right? So they probably haven't gone all the way through it, or how to design, how to select your brand fonts and colors, like how to choose your own brand identity. They probably haven't gone through all the material. It's just completion rates are just not all there, especially with this very TikTok, YouTube shorts, short form, highly addictive type material or content that we're used to on social media. It's pretty hard to get somebody to lock in for a 48-minute course video about site schema or about headings and how to set your headings up H1, H2, H3 on a blog post. It's really hard, right? And I think the bar for I'm actually going to watch this has gotten higher. People are kind of coming to grips with okay, I'm probably not going to watch a 17 module 63 lesson course on how to build a WordPress website. Realistically, people are okay, I probably won't watch that. It's just too big. It'd probably be best for me to just keep saving and hire a WordPress designer or something like that. People want that short, specific, and immediately useful deliverable, and that's really my bread and butter. So I also think that the market, I'll be blunt and say that a lot of people are saying, oh, the market is down, and it's okay, the market has shifted. I don't think that people have stopped buying. I know that people haven't stopped buying my own offers. I just bought a workshop 2 weeks ago. People are still buying. It just, the buying model or what people are buying has shifted. And I think that the big Instagram 101, how to market on Instagram, how to be a TikTok, how to become an influencer, this super massive, figure it out yourself. Here's a compendium of here's the Encyclopedia Britannica of how to become a fashion influencer. Those things have shifted in terms of what people are willing to buy. The creators that are winning right now are the ones that are building and selling something that you can consume quickly, that solve an immediate and specific and necessary problem, and something that they could actually implement and get done, because nobody wants to build a digital library of stuff they never finished, right? So, okay. So, snackable offers. That leads me into my model, snackable offers, which is something I've been basically doing from the beginning. Now, I will say I have courses. If you have been in my world, you probably heard about Bundle Formula. That is a massive self-study course about how to create a bundle. And it has over 100 templates for the landing page, the emails, it's literally everything. It's a big course, and it did sell, but let me tell you for a fact, it only sold when I launched it, and it only the people who got the best results were the ones who when I offered it as a group program, or I offered the VIP, if you want to come to Q&As and have Voxer office hours, when it was sold and delivered like a group program, those people got incredible results. The people who just bought it for the someday I'll create a bundle, they never did it, or they never got around to it. So I will say that I have experienced this in my own business. So yes, I'll call myself out and say, yes, I've created courses and they have sold. But what is on the day-to-day selling in my business is the short snackable offers. Just silly me. I'm just now looking at the chat. Hold on. Where are all the windows? Comments. Options? Output? Oh God. I suck at YouTube. I suck at YouTube. I don't know where the comments button went. Okay. Diane says hi. Wappa Studios, hi. Says hi. Hey girl, hey. Elaine, yay. Tori, I love in-depth material if the creator walks me through implementation like Dama does. Yes. I'm down for in-depth material and I'm down for techie material. But I really like to put that in snackable offers that are implementable quickly. I don't sell a lot of broad sweeping, this is the everything you need to know about web design or SEO or whatever. That's just not my style, because I want to sell. I want to create and sell one which is attainable and doable, and also what people want to buy in the format that I want to buy. And that is what snackable offers are all about. Okay, now this is annoying me. I can't see the comments. I know they're here. There. Okay. Let me see if I do a thing. Do I do a thing? Ah, I did a thing. Sorry, I'm such a nerd when it comes to this stuff because I want it to be a good, engaging YouTube, but then I get distracted and I scroll out with like all the things. It's not my best work. Okay. All right, let me go get my notes back up because, y'all are really sweet for putting up with me like this. I feel like I'm like, oh, I invited you over for dinner and then I'm a mess. I lost it. Okay. All right, let's go back to it. So let's talk about some of the kinds of offers that you can create and sell right now that aren't courses. And I will also say that, okay, how do I get this off now? God, the ADHD is kicking. Tori, we're just going to look at your comment because I don't know how to get it off. Oh, no. Anyway, okay. I'm a mess. All right, let's go back to the 6 kinds of offers you can create and sell now. And I will also say I love that the kinds of offers we're going to talk about, you can pre-sell. They don't need to be build it in full and then sell it when you're like totally done. I do a lot of pre-sell, and I'll get more into the why of that on the 16th, which, by the way, if you're not yet registered for the live training, how to get to 100 sales of every digital product you create, there's a QR code on the corner of the screen here, and you'll want to register for that because I'm going to share a lot more detail on the 16th. But let's talk about some of the types of digital products that you can sell. And this, I'm going to start with my absolute favorite, a live workshop. I love to do a live workshop. I love to teach live, like I'm here yapping with y'all on YouTube. I love that. And I also, love that once I'm done with that workshop, its value does not end. Some people sell like these 6-hour sessions or 3-hour sessions where it's like, we're gonna build your Instagram 9 grid. And it's like, they are like literally like block off 4 hours of your day for this live, hunker down on Zoom, keep your camera on. We're going to be here all day doing it together. And I do get that that's helpful, but they're not sellable assets. A lot of times people need to understand the why and the how and not the exact steps of the how-to on that live, because I want to talk to people when they're understanding the concept. So for example, I have a training called 4x4 footers. It's an email marketing strategy. I was doing this in my business for a good 1.5 years before I even remotely considered or even started to work on teaching and selling how to implement that strategy. And the whole reason I started, like I made the workshop, is because people were asking me for it. But I was figuring it out in my own business. But the why, the strategy, people wanted to talk to me about that. They wanted to understand the strategy. So I taught that live. But then on the back end, there were templates and how-tos that went with it, and a growing like library of like how to do this for Flowdesk, how to do this for Kit, how to do this for Drip. No one needs to watch me set it up in Drip if you're a Kit person, or vice versa. So some elements can be delivered like afterwards, and templates and stuff like that, but some elements are really valuable to deliver them live. And even after the live workshop, they're still valuable because we're not just like, oh, okay, here's how to, step number 1, and I explained how to do it, and then we spend 20 minutes like waiting for everybody to do it. That's not a valuable resale asset. So my number 1 favorite snackable offer to create and sell, and something that you can rock up in like a week. Trust me, I have done this. I have a process, are live workshops. And then you turn that workshop replay with all the assets into a digital product that people can grab at any time in your business. My favorite. Yes, I love the implementable snackable offers. Yay, Tori. Okay, this is going to drive me nuts if I don't even figure out how to remove from broadcast. Ugh. There we go. Okay. I'm well now, y'all. Okay, cool. Another kind of offer that you can sell, and this is going to sound really simple, but I promise it is real, are a Google Doc, a Google type product, a Google Doc. So a fillable workbook. Hi, shout out to On Brand Fillable Workbooks, like has made me thousands of dollars. I include them in a lot of my offers as bonuses. They can be a standalone product. Spreadsheets. Yes, people are still buying spreadsheets. It still is a thing. Google, like slideshow presentations, that kind of thing. You can still sell a Google asset. I'm going to lump Notion in here as well, because Notion dashboards and connecting all the pieces, it's way more technical than a Google Sheet or a Google Doc, but still so valuable and a totally awesome digital product that you don't even have to do a live to deliver. You can just create the thing, sell it, teach people how to customize it and use it. Don't even need a video other than like maybe a no face quick loom of how to import or how to customize or how to do this or that. And I feel like this format is still very valid in 2026 because nobody wants to build it themselves and also make it aesthetic, and we want everything to be aesthetic. So one is a live workshop, and then you can go on to sell the workshop replay. Number two is a Google Doc type product, a Notion dashboard or a Notion like hub or something like that, a spreadsheet. Okay. Other are more aesthetic templates. So website templates, Canva templates, mock-ups like Photoshop mock-ups, that sort of thing. People love a template because, yeah, you can have ChatGPT design your like posts, but they're gonna all use that ChatGPT font, and they're all gonna like have typos and weird spelling errors because ChatGPT, bless its heart, is just not a real human designer and is never going to be that girl. And there's something very satisfied about having a Canva template or a website template or a landing page template. I sell funnel templates that people can import, make their own, and then reuse again and again and again. So I am a big fan of a template, and they're not going away. I said it. They're not going away. Yes, you can use Claude Cowork to do X, Y, and Z, but have y'all done it? It's not perfect, and it requires a lot of back and forth and a lot of nitpicking, and sometimes it's just better to get in there in Canva, especially if you're a creative like many of us are. Get in there and play and implement and do and like actually get in there and dive in. Another is Airtable bases and Notion databases and what's the other one? Smart Suite. So database systems, I think those are also a really slept on resource because a lot of us online business owners need those kinds of systems in our businesses. We need something like that. We need something to help us organize. And I have made an entire revenue stream in my business just sharing the Airtable bases that I create for my own business or for my clients. And then when people like see my systems or they see the front end, just the pretty shiny part of my systems, and they're like, how do you know that? How do you know where your leads are coming from? How do you know how many people signed up for your freebie from that specific summit? Or how do you know what was the last email or link that they clicked before they bought a product? How do you know, right? Like, how do you actually know all these things and or my support systems or my affiliate contest, which I'm doing one right now. Like, it's all built in Airtable. So many problems you can solve with Airtable, Smart Suite, Notion databases. I'm not great at Notion databases, but they're a thing. They're a thing. So I think those are a really handy option. And I've certainly made a good revenue stream, and it was a big revenue boost for me to share those offers. And I have so many more on deck that I would love to create and share for y'all. Okay. So live workshop, Google type product, Google Doc, Google Sheet, or a Notion dashboard. I'm actually putting Notion in two separate categories. Number 3, templates, Canva, websites, funnels, whatever. The folks love a good template. Number 4, databases and systems, things like an Airtable base, a Notion base. Some people sell Google Looker Studio or dashboards, that sort of thing. Dashboards and databases, systems for the small business owner. Those are, or for like if you are a flower farmer, systems for flower farmers. I actually saw somebody who manages their whole like dahlia tuber, like it's like a bulb basically, dahlia tuber store in Smart Suite, and I was like, okay, I see the organization. It's tea. I love it. So yes, absolutely can be flexible and usable for multiple niches. Another one, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, is apps and tools. So all of the AI things. So if you are that AI girly, things like, yes, custom GPTs, Lovable apps are selling. I've bought Lovable apps. Like, I'm into it. And I've gotten in there in Lovable and like tried to create stuff and got confused. So it's not my thing, like this isn't my thing. But I'll buy it. I've bought them. Claude skills, and now Claude has the like plugins, and they're like a packet of skills that do a done thing. I mean, people are selling these because the creator has done the work, ironed out all the kinks, spent the hours going back and forth with AI, figuring it out, and now has a deliverable product. So yes, such a handy way to, if you're into AI, you can absolutely create and sell those things. Yeah. If you're an AI person. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I see comments and I get excited. Hi, Melissa. And then I lose my train of thought. Don't stop commenting. I like it. Okay. And then the last one, and this will probably seem really simple, but I'm telling you, I have made money from this, are mini trainings. And I don't mean the exhaustive course. I mean, for example, last year it was summer and I had created this training called Low Energy, High Impact Affiliate Programs, LehiApp. And a lot of people have asked me, I have my affiliate program set up. How the heck are you getting your affiliates to show up and promote? How are you getting, why are they everywhere? Everybody's talking about your launch or your offer. How the heck are you doing it? And I had created this 45-minute sort of like a masterclass. It was an upsell. Yay, Jess. She says, I love that training. It's one of my favorites. I feel like LehiApp she's that girl. I don't talk about it enough, and that's a shame, because LehiApp is here's so much goodness. But I had created LehiApp as an upsell for launch, years before, and I had shared my expertise as of that point. But last summer I was like, you know what? I have a gap in my promo schedule. I'm going to re-record LehiApp with what I know now, the changes and things that have gone on in the past 2 years or whatever. So everybody who had bought LehiApp as an upsell got an invite to the new live training, but then I also did a promotion of it and made several $1,000s of it. And this is different from a live workshop, because a live workshop is sort of like this complete system. It's the live training, but there's also pre-recorded videos, there's templates that go with it. LehiApp, or what I consider just mini trainings, are really specific, short, snackable trainings that solve a very specific problem. So if you're going into a launch in April or May, May's a big launch season, and you want to get your affiliates involved, spend 52 minutes watching LehiApp or less if you watch me on 2X with subtitles, and actually walk away with 5 very specific things that you're okay, that was genius. I'm already doing that. I could try this, and if I have time, I want to add that. And it solves a very specific problem. On-brand fillable workbooks, my Google Doc training is not a Google Doc. I don't give you a Google Doc with it. It's a mini training. So you can sell Google Docs, but I don't actually give you a Google Doc in it. I tell you, here's a super plain, boring, ugly Google Doc, and we're going to turn this into a beautiful, sellable, high-value digital product, bonus, or freebie. So it's a mini training. And for me, those usually fall under an hour. And they are just here's how to do a very specific thing. So I'll go through that list one more time. Live workshop, and they come with templates and pre-recorded elements too, but they are something you deliver live and then can go on and become a highly valuable product. That's a good 70% of my digital products. Google products, so you can sell a Google Doc, a workbook, a spreadsheet. You can sell a Notion dashboard. Templates, so we love a Canva template, we love a web template, funnel template like I sell. I have made multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars because I opened Thrivecart template shop. You can also sell systems for small business owners in your niche, so databases, Airtable, Notion, Spread Simple, dashboards, Looker Studios, that sort of thing. So things to help people run their business more efficiently. You can also sell your AI tools. That's Lovable apps. If you want to go all in and support customers and you built something complex, you can also sell custom GPTs. I mean, for a while, people were buying prompts. I don't think they're buying that anymore. What I do see selling now are Claude skills, and then multiple skills evolve into what they call a plugin, which is like a bundle of skills all together. I haven't actually seen anybody selling plugins, so go sell those. Like, let's sell them. Number 6 are mini trainings. These are not like in-depth courses. These are super specific, one and done. They teach a strategy, they teach the why, and they can totally be pre-recorded. And I have all of these in my business and have done really well for me. So, okay. 6 kinds of digital products that you can create and sell now that aren't courses. They're not exhaustive group programs. There are no Q&As that come with these things. There's no like, I need to create a Slack community. Like, I have to support people. They're very low lift for you to create, very specific, high value, and they sell really, really well, even in 2026. Okay. Any questions for me? That's the training. I wanted to keep this live kind of short, so we're under 20 minutes. Yay. Any questions for me about digital products, about what's selling? In the meantime, while you're typing those up in the comments, and if you're watching this not live, drop a comment, #replay, and ask your questions, because I love to answer questions in the comments on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that as well. Okay, so I do have one more episode in the Snackable Offers to 6 Figures series. It's episode 3. It's basically a cart start case study. 492 people have gotten access to Cart Start, have bought it in a myriad of ways. I'm going to talk more about that. And the reason why I created and launched that offer, low-key wild. Like, it's kind of bananas. I did not have the original idea to create it. Someone paid me to create it. So if you're intrigued, definitely come. It's next Wednesday, April 15th. Also at 12 p.m. Eastern, New York time. They'll be live, and of course the replay will live on YouTube forever. And then the very next day, April 16th, is when I'm going to actually walk people through the whole system, because if you've been catching my content and my emails, my YouTube, like, you're getting pieces of it, but we're going to go through the whole shebang on Thursday, April 16th, and that is happening. You do need to register if you want the replay of that one, so scan the little QR code on this live, or go to damaju.com/YT, as in YouTube, 100. damaju.com/YT100. Let me drop that in the commies before I forget. Dropped into the comments, and I will pin it if I know how to do that. Do I know how to do that? I know how to do that. Okay, cool. Any questions about what I've been yapping about? I lost the comment screen again. Good God. A nightmare. I really love tech, but also suck at it. What have I done? Oh, good God, what have I done now? Let's just go with this. Okay. I suck. I suck at all the things, guys. All right. Any questions about Snackable Offers, some ideas for digital products, what's selling? Oh, God. I'm really screwing all of the things up here. One more time. Difference between a live workshop and mini trainings. Why am I having such a hard time? How do I get out of preview mode? Back to live mode? Cancel. Sorry, I suck at YouTube. Okay, so Cindy asked a question, the difference between live workshop and mini trainings. So mini trainings are really something you can pre-record. They are not generally delivered live, and they are really specific and succinct. Live workshops really turn into a more valuable digital product because there's a live element in the beginning, and they come with tutorials and all kinds of other things. I kind of cover this a lot more, but that's sort of the broad strokes. Melissa asked, do you ever feel like your list gets fatigued with snackable offers? I don't know, Melissa, you're on my list. You tell me. I don't think so. I like to buy them because I like to buy specific things. And I personally don't think so, but yeah. Sarah, do you sell your templates through Thrivecart as well, or a different online store? No, Thrivecart does not sell my templates. I sell them through a website I created called thrivecarttemplateshop.com. And then I sell them as part of like all my digital products and stuff. So, yeah, no, I don't sell them through Etsy or Creative Market or anything like that. I just never bothered with it. Pamela, hi. Okay, cool. Melissa says, I love all your offers. Okay, yes, fabulous. All right, cool. I don't even know, low-key, how to end the damn live, so this will be really fun. I think I'm going to hit finish because I'm a disaster. I'm a disaster express. So, okay, I promise to have my life together so much better next time. See you next Wednesday for the next YouTube live snackable offers to 6 figures Heartstart case study. Bye.